Definitely a difference there. I just kind of click and pray. Like, that sounds cool. Let's do that. You're like, no.
I just like to know the best combos at any given time for whatever I'm trying to do.
You're the only reason I've been able to keep my cleric alive the way it has. The way I have. The, skill rotation with that, what's it called, has been really helpful. The shield.
Oh yeah, good.
Fewer deaths.
Always keep in mind there's a few seconds between glider uses. You can't jump right back on a glider after you've landed. If I had tried when I landed on that tower head, I would have died. So, something to keep in mind for everyone who hasn't played yet.
See, this is something that some human would have loved. He would have loved your glider.
Oh, my glider's awesome.
Oh, the glider. Oh, ow, fall
That's what happens
damage.
when you fall. It is a percentage of your health based on the distance off the ground. If I only had, let's say, 500 health, I would have taken 450. But since I have so much, I took 7,000.
Dude.
So it is all based on a percentage, and it's not
Those
a flat
labor
number.
points.
Oh, good lord, I have over 2,000 labor points.
Welcome back, some human. Okay, so you were asking about mounts and rides and stuff like that. His glider?
Oh yeah, so mounts and rides. There's also battle pets. So this is my Arctic Kitsune. It's
Woohoo, ghost!
it's a white fox, Arctic fox.
The little battle pet. He likes to kick ass. Woohoo! Blue Rage is back. What are you whispering?
And then I've got a donkey for carrying heavy loads.
He's the pack animal. Hi, Aussie guy. It's good to see ya.
And then my speed mount, which is the one I'm currently leveling with the intent of evolving him to a black arrow.
Which is what you see Blue Rage with when he
It's the
busts
one-
out his.
It's the one you see most higher level characters with.
Oh, the Mirage Elk.
There's a Mirage Elk. I've got a character with that one too.
Catrick Swayze, I think, has the Mirage. And then you also have your gliders. Alright, looks like they're gonna have some fun. Am I doing the countdown?
It won't really
I guess
work.
that wouldn't be fair, would
Yeah,
it?
it wouldn't be fair 'cause
you'd
the
get,
lag, how
you'd
it
get a
ends.
few second head start. Just 3, 2, 1, whatever. Bye.
Oh.
He's gonna catch up to you anyway. It doesn't matter. We actually we used to play PWI together.
Yeah, you got me.
Damn. You didn't use your charge though, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh wow. All right, so Blue Rage, you definitely win.
I'll
We
have to
do.
re-equip Songcraft. Give myself a little bit of boost when I play my flute while I ride the horse. Sounds so wrong.
It really does. Once we get the double account going, once it's not alpha anymore and it's just free to play game, we're going to both hop on and play together. That's pretty much what we tend to do with MMOs and stuff like that. He'll play a wizard, I'll play a cleric, and
But can
just
you do
tear it up
this?
together. He goes to show off the glider now.
So this is one of the means of air travel. It doesn't last very long. As you get better gliders, you can float for longer. And there is a glider you can get later in the game. It is a drop off of a raid boss. I'm not going to give any spoilers. But that glider will allow you to fly indefinitely if you're holding back. Yes,
Yes.
that is all true.
Yep.
Open beta does start on the 4th. Ends on the 9th. There's a several day gap between that and when the full game launches. Anybody who has patron status can play it early. I believe it's a 4-day head start for everybody.
Welcome. I'm just going to call you Anna, just because I don't want to get your name wrong. If that's not acceptable, go ahead and let me know.
That is a pretty sweet glider as well.
Very nice glider. You've got the corrupt, What's it called? I think that's what I have on Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, well, we have that one, but I changed it and I put the flame
That's right.
look
You put
on
the
it,
flame on it.
just so it's slick looking.
Oh. Um.
Other dimensions. Not really sure what you mean. We have instances and dungeons where you will port in, and it's exclusive to the group that ports in together. As far as, yeah, it will be free to play. A lot of people are speculating it might be pay to win because you can buy things like labor points,
Mhm.
and to own property, be it a farm or a house or anything like that, you do have to have patron status, which is their version of a subscription.
Yep.
Um, but the game itself, questing, crafting, um,
Patron status.
everything else comes with the free to play. But to get this, and I'll highlight it for you so you can see, um, it allows you to list things online. You get more labor points restored over time.
5,000. I think the regular.
I don't know what the regular is. When the game launches, they haven't really told us what it's going to be.
Yeah.
I know that if you're not a patron, every 5 minutes you gain 5 labor points, I believe it is, when you're offline, and 10 points when you're online.
Basically, the idea behind the farm is that you pretty much grow things. There are all different kinds of things that you can grow. And you use a lot of the things that you grow to either craft or make packs. The idea behind packs is that you want to put together a whole bunch of stuff and take it as far as you possibly can to go sell. And it's just a really good way to make money, but it's difficult because pirates will kill you, blah, 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 blah. There's all kinds of stuff you have to worry about. So, yeah, so farming is a. Farming is just basically a way to get materials, depending on what you need them for.
Yep. And what you just saw was me opening a world gate.
Oh, the world gets fun.
You have a teleport book when you play Absolutely Pirates.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
an entire faction of pirates. It's basically a third faction of the game. There's the East, the West, and then the pirates. To join the pirates, you have to have 300,000 infamy points, which means you've committed that many crimes and you are just an all-around bad apple.
Yep.
And you have to be, there's an entire justice system in the game. Apparently they don't like pirates.
Yeah.
Everyone's leaving when I talk about the pirates. There's an entire justice system in the game. Jury, trial, court, judge, and prison.
Mhm.
So I'm going to let you guys ask any questions you have about the justice system while I show off the farm. I don't have much. I have the blueprints for a larger farm.
But it's
As you
so
can see here,
hard
I
to
have
find farm
a
space.
16 by 16 farm spot. But this right now is just an 8 by 8 because I get into the game a little late, and farm spaces were all taken. The problem with having 2 servers is everyone's playing on those 2 servers. And when we started, it was just one. Alpha was the only server for quite some time, which meant everyone was putting their farms up in the same places. So everything you see, every scarecrow you see belongs to someone. You can in fact sell your farm, and you have to pay taxes on it. Once a week you're given a tax notice in the mail, and if you do not pay your taxes, someone else can take your farmland.
Yep.
And once your taxes have not been paid, or if you plant outside of your scarecrow's range, you have what's called unprotected farmland. Due to the translation, it's actually referred to as an illegal farm, but it's just because of a translation. It's not actually a crime to have crops outside of a farm.
Mhm.
It's just what the translation from the Russian server to the American, to the North, and the Europe servers translates it to illegal for some reason. But basically what that means is anyone can come and pick your stuff. And I will do some quick highlighting here to show you that none of this stuff is harvestable by me. I'll run my cursor over all these flowers. Absolutely. And it's more important than it's...
Aww.
What's more important isn't the size of the land, it's how many properties you have. Because what the game has in place is something to protect me. I only have one property. It's to protect people like me who want to find space for property. from people who have, let's say, 7 or 8 houses, and
Mhm.
they just put them all over the place. I pay 1 gold per week on my taxes for my farm, my little 8x8 scarecrow farm. A 16x16, I don't know the exact number, but it's going to be more.
I was
And
gonna say
then,
Blue Rage. Do you have any idea on the 16 by 16 farm? I don't know if you have any property or anything
oh,
like
he's
that.
giving me a house design.
Oh,
Thank you, Blue Rage.
very much appreciated.
So, what I'm showing here, that is ridiculous,
That is
young.
insane.
I just got my 16x16. I just finished the farm quest to get that, and I was super excited. How much money you get? You know, it is pretty easy to get money if you do the skill stuff. Um, from level 1 to 50, I would say that you end up with about 100, probably about 200 gold, give or take, just doing quests, not doing anything extra, not selling, not buying, just using items that you pick up along the way, um, which is more than enough for anything you really need. But one of the issues that, it seems like they're really gonna crank down on with the patron status and the subscription is you can't sell things on the auction house unless you're a patron.
Mhm.
And that's really going to put a cramp on people's style when it comes to crafting and selling merchandise.
Yep.
Um, so I'll just go up to a scarecrow real quick while I'm here, and I'll show you guys that it is protected land. So this property belongs to
Hmm.
Birdium. I think I ummed long enough. That's actually the name of the property. The owner is Pampa. It's private land. You can set this to private, guild, family, and maybe friends. I'll go look at mine to make sure. The trading system is incredible. You just saw a little bit of it. Basically, what happens is two people engage trade,
Yep.
and then you have to commit to your side of the trade before anything will go through. Yeah, just right click, invite to trade.
Request trade.
So this is the trade interface. You've got your money. I'm pointing at like you can see my finger. You've got your money on top,
Mhm.
and then all the items you want to trade. You just
And
right
this
click
is his
something
side.
to put it in your boxes,
Line
and then you have to click the locks to confirm
Yep.
that you want to do the trade. Thank you, Blue, for letting us borrow your interface. So this game has several ways of basically uniting you to other people. There is the faction that you start in, which it's 50-50 basically. Half of you start on one side and half of you on the other. That one you might have to ask Blue Rage. I'm not as familiar with the PvP. Um,
Oh, sure. We'd love to show off the boats. If you want to whip out your mount and run us over,
yeah, we can
or
show
tell
off
us
boats.
where to go, whatever.
Do you want to meet in Diamond Shores? So maybe we can show off a little PvP too.
You just want to get your ass handed to you,
Oh,
don't you?
I'll get stomped, but they'll get to see it.
It's still fun, yeah.
I'm 42 and I've only fought 2 other players the entire time. One of them was on purpose.
On purpose.
Yeah, PvP is a blast in every game,
Yeah.
every MMO. That's one of my favorite parts. I love the PvP stuff, but oh, I thought I had it. I'll take his. If I can type. Yeah, I agree. And there is some off balance still. It's to be expected with any MMO. You're gonna have the misbalancing. Some classes are gonna be way too good at PvP, whereas other ones are gonna fail.
Yep.
One of the biggest issues with this game that I've seen is that, oh yeah, of course, there's always
Mhm.
gonna be overpowered items, and it's one thing about the weekly updates that developers do with the MMOs is that gives them a chance to kind of look at the data and say, this weapon
Yep.
is doing way more, having more kills. Somebody found a way to exploit it. Now everybody knows we have to nerf it,
Mhm.
and that's kind of how it works. And it sucks because half the time I'm the class getting nerfed, but you know, it's one of those things that
Wizards always get the short end of the staff.
it's not just wizards.